Say what? I'm on a spiritual war, and it's life and death out here. What you think when I'm praying for? I'm a soldier, so I stay strapped with the words. Stand firm.
It's the only Prince of the Wire, because I ask questions, representing anti-entertainment, the best Birmingham-based platform for upcoming creative talent. We're back with the lockdown setup, but before we get into it, if you're looking for a fitting playlist out of times of searching for a little bit of sprinkle freshness in your Spotify library right now, look no further. Search Quarantine World playlist on Spotify. Links will be in the description. Yeah, trust me, it's a variety of flavors if you're trying to uplift your quarantine spirits. But yeah, let's get into it. I've got another fabulous guest with me today. Fortunately, I didn't put together an intro, so I'm hoping, if you don't mind, telling the people that don't know what you're kind of about.
Okay, yeah, right. So my name's JJ, also known as Croman Lanfield. I'm a rapper, poet, musician, entrepreneur. Just a I like to think of myself as a kind of forward-thinking individual. That's kind of how I operate. I deal with the realms of like philosophy, personal thought, education. Like at the moment, I'm working on a little recycling thing, but I'll get into that as we kind of talk about things. But yeah, I'm just black guy from your local area and that, and I try and look after the community, look after myself, and make music basically.
A man of many talents. We like that. Yeah, how's your morning been though, man? Like, I should say rising. I stopped saying the word morning these days because I've been getting into etymology, if you know about etymology.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the meaning of words and kind of understanding where the word morning comes from. I won't get into it too much, but I just start saying rising, good rising, when the sun rises. That's what I call it. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, how's your morning been, man?
It's been rising well, bro. I woke up, went to the loo and that, had a little dump off, you know what I'm saying, released the energies, started unplaiting my hair and that, and yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Somehow you caught me back in bed. I don't even know how I ended up back in bed, bro. But, I'm up now. Shit's kind of creepy. I'm here, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? How's your thing? How's your morning been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. I've got because I think I've been stressing the importance of routine, yeah, and I think
I got my
part of
that stuff.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I think the most crucial part, at least for me personally, with routine is having a routine within the time you wake up. So like my kind of routine at the moment and this morning is so yeah, like I get up, do my stretches, say my little prayers, and then yeah, I normally have some kind of like playlist to go with that. But at the moment, because I don't know if you know about Tom Mishk and
yeah, he just dropped a new tape.
Yeah. So
I heard it still. All the Tom Mix fanboys been getting on to me. Oh, have you heard it?
Fam, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I kind of wanted to ask the question after that. How do you find peace of mind? And yeah, because I've got my answer, and maybe my answer seems a bit vague, but I thought it's interesting to ask you the same.
Yeah, bro. I mean, to be honest, that's the one thing. I'm glad you asked me that, because for me, finding peace of mind is really important. And in today's society, bro, everything chase this status, chase this money, chase these girls, chase this, chase that, and bro, you forget like what actually makes you feel comfortable, what's important for you and as a person, yeah. And I think the whole of society now is like, you know, the common good, man, and making other people feel comfortable and stuff like that. And but like, how do I find peace of mind? You know, I think really them little guitar strings at the beginning of that song that Lauryn Hill made is kind of how I find peace of mind.
Hey.
But there's just
I was listening to that the other day, literally. Yeah, like 2 days ago. I was like, "Rah, this song is
it's good. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. The little Spanish flamenco kind of thing, yeah. You can only get that sound by knowing how to play them notes, by being outside playing them notes for a long time. And so for me, I think, how do I find peace of mind? In doing things, in getting, are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah. It's raw, bro. It's raw.
You getting the fuck away from my phone, yeah? And getting outside in some nature and kind of distancing myself from, you know, attachment or obligation or expectation or even routine or anything in it. Like for me, like what I'm planning to do after this, obviously the day's beautiful outside. I'm looking to go for like just a 5-hour run, bro. Just run around for 5 hours, bro. Because I think, you know, a lot of people, and I think this is something quarantine's taught me, and a lot of people sit there and they have these big goals, you know, about fitness and stuff like that. And it's like, why don't we achieve them? Because we're trying to we're trying to fit our fitness. I didn't plan it. I know I didn't plan it. We're trying to fit our fitness into these half an hour little tiny slots, bro. And life isn't like that, bro. People should be able to spend 72 hours doing what they want to do, bro. People should be able to spend 108 hours doing what they want to do. And I think society really limits us by placing time constraints, demands, obligations, responsibilities. And that is what keeps me away from my peace of mind. So for me to get to my peace of mind, I try and remove that, find something really physical and practical to do that I can enjoy and, you know, I can feel good about as I'm doing it. And I can do that, bro.
I think, because I think how I phrased it myself was, yeah, it's just being able to, because I think a lot of it is here, right? That gets built up, and it's almost, for me, it's being able to channel that and be able to place that into a physical format. That's the best way I could phrase it personally. Yeah, translating my thoughts to a physical format, essentially. Because yeah, in itself, to me, is release, because it's changing the format of what you're experiencing up there and putting it into a different realm. Because sometimes I think almost the mental realm is the spiritual realm, you know what I mean? And the physical realm is the earthly realm. So it's almost translating it from the spiritual to the earthly realm in what you're experiencing.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't know about you, yeah, but for me, like, I need time to do that, bro. I can't, as much as I could just go out there and force it, like, you know, like we were saying about before this started, obviously, you know, why can people go from taking 10 years to making a vaccine to 3 months? And it's like, I mean, I can, like, I'm working on projects. I can finish, like, if someone had a gun to my head, bro, it was like, finish these today, bro. I could sit down and do it, man, but the spirit doesn't work like that, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to sense and understand yourself. And, you know, a lot of times people, like, you're not working hard enough and just prescribing hard work as you know, the panacea for every kind of ill. And I think, obviously, I don't know, like, you seem to have, Jordan, you seem to have like a different experience where you, like, yeah, being able to just transfer your ideas from your mind to your hands or to the physical world is good. But for me, like, having the time to feel comfortable to do that is a big part of that process, isn't it?
I want to it's funny because I remember when I met you first, I remember the first conversation we had was we were talking about, actually you were preaching about should I say preaching? I'm going to say you were talking about your screen time.
Yeah.
Your screen time, fam. And
yeah, I'm definitely preaching about it still.
So I know you have a perspective on that, and I think because social media right now in this lockdown period, you know, it's fuckery in a lot of senses, because, you know, that's the first thing a lot of people go to kind of use their time. And I think yeah, just more so I want to touch on the creative element to it and how often the presentation of thyself on social media as a creative, and how you personally kind of present yourself on, let's say, a format like Instagram, because that's big.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. For me, bro, as artists looking in or as an artist looking out, it's a Babylon thing, fam, because everyone's sitting there trying to get this new whatever 35mm shot, 8mm shot, 7 whatever, bro. Everyone's trying to get that shot so they can look good, so they can feel like people respect them because they look good in pictures online, and for me, bro, I think since I finished uni and since I've kind of been a bit out of that kind of realm and sphere, I've really been thinking about, what do I admire, bro? Because look all this 70mm, 35mm, 7mm bullshit, bro. Like, I admire people, who have good fucking morals in it, and who have heart in it. I don't care how well you can climb the social ladder, bro, because at the end of the day, like, or even as a girl, innit, I don't care how well you can climb the social ladder or get your pictures out there. Like, I think that's an important skill to have in the right context, innit? If you can do that, and you're still looking after the people around you, and you still can generate. I mean, maybe that's condescending of me, innit, because of where I place my values in it. But I see a lot of people, they can do the whole Instagram thing, but can they be kind, innit? Not really, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can they be honest, innit? Can they give up time for other people, innit? Can they be truly like selfless, innit? And people might look at me and be like, "You're a hypocrite, bro. You're like the least selfless person ever, bro. Like all you do is just focus on yourself, innit?" But obviously, from when you met me, innit, like, I got time for other people, innit? Like, if I see someone and I think, I need to speak to you, I'm gonna say what I think. Like, even yesterday, bro, I was walking back, obviously I was gassed, innit? I just been working really hard, saved up enough money, done a big fat shop, bro. Spent like nearly £100 on some food and that, Obviously, I'm walking back. Man, I got no taxi in it, so I'm trying to lug this food on the road, fam. There's like bag of bags.
Bare bags, like.
Yeah, bro. I see a bag of Muslim brothers,
You know, you see the veins start popping out.
Yeah, my veins was bulging, fam. I stopped here. I seen this wham geezer, bro. This geezer was hench. He was whammo, fam. He was huge, bro. I can carry the bags easy, I said to him, "Yo, my brother, can you give me a hand with these, My man's looking at me. My man's trying to act like he don't speak English and that, bro. He's like, brother, I don't speak English, bro. So, you're taking the piss, fam. I said to him, obviously, it's the first day of Ramadan, innit? I said to him, "Yo, my brother, are you Muslim?" And he looked at me, innit? Like, I felt like he's gonna punch me up, fam. You know what I mean? He looked at me and he was like, he's like, "Are you Muslim?" And I was like, "Nah, but like people in my family are, innit?" And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, I'm Muslim still." So I said to him, like, "It's Ramadan, innit?" I said, "It's Ramadan, innit?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's Ramadan still." I said, what's the cat, fam?" And he was like, it's charity, innit? Like helping people who are in need and that, innit? And I was like, okay. So you're gonna watch me, walk past with my 5 bags and you're not gonna help me. Obviously, you might sit there and say, "Well, that's selfish, innit?" But at the same time, bro, why is everyone walking around, saying they're Christian, saying they're Muslim, And I'm guilty of it myself, bro. I've seen old people there and I thought, they can do it. They got this on their own. But that's wrong, fam. You get me? Like, bro, if you're walking the same way as someone and they've got 5 bags and you ain't got no bags in your hand, bro, walk at them, bro. Because, that conversation there, that could save someone's life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have hope and a lot of people don't think things can change. And a lot of people, it's just apathy, bro. They've been told since they were young. Like, this is one thing that I've been really focusing on. Obviously, sorry to, you know what it is, I just really want to get deep, bro. So I'm not even too concerned about format and that. But a lot of people, since they're young, people tell them to shut up. People tell them to be quiet. People tell them you don't know what you're talking about. And the people who are saying that are lying, bro. You get me? They just don't want to face up to the truth, innit? Like, there's a man up my road, bro. I was teaching his son, innit? I was doing some private tutoring with him and that. And obviously, he tried to scat me for the money, innit? Whatever, that's between me and him, bro. But then the youth called me, was trying to bag me up on the phone, bro. Obviously, I didn't say much about it at the time, because I was busy, innit? But I seen him yesterday, bro, on the street, bro, riding his little red tricycle, fam. I badded him up, bro. I was like, bro, I brought you into my mum's yard, I fed you for 2 hours, Goji berries, fam. He gives kids goji berries, bro. Superfoods, fam.
Yeah, that's mad. But that's mad. That's next level things, blood. I'm giving you beans on toast, blood.
I'm teaching you, bro. I'm giving you access to my home entertainment systems and that. And then you're trying to come on the phone speaking to me like a big man, bro. Obviously, bro, like, it's the law of the streets out here, bro. You can't do that, innit? So I just let him know, bro. I told him, go home, bro. I said, yo, don't ever do that again in your life and go home, bro. He started crying, bro. So obviously, he must have tried. He must have thought like, yo, I'm gonna tell my mom, he told his mom,
Yeah,
she's
man, get my
added
big
me up,
bro
man.
on you.
So you know what I thought? You know what, bro? I'm not even gonna pussyfoot around this, but we're going to the yard, bro. Went to the yard, badded up the dad, you get me? I badded up the mom, I badded up the year, bro, because as much as my mum might say, yo, it's respect, yeah, you teach your kids to respect me first, bro. You get me? That's when I see you showing me respect, bro. Let's not beat around the bush. I've gone out of my way to provide a service for you, to look out for you, yeah, because you're black, because you look like me, you get me? And you're gonna talk to me about showing respect, bro. You respect me first, yeah? Or even, in fact, don't even respect me first. Don't disrespect me, innit? Because then once you disrespected me, you're talking to me about respect. You're arsehole, innit? Because what he was saying, yeah, it's not consistent, fam.
Consistency. It's like that's something on a grand scheme of things that I look forward to work on myself, because we're all hypocrites, right? We're all hypocrites. This is the thing. This is why it's hard, because in certain sectors, yeah, we're probably not hypocrites, but you will find a sector where you are a hypocrite in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, what I'm saying is, I think
when a man says, yo, you're a hypocrite, bro, don't be like, bro, just own up to it, fam. Just be like, yeah, bro. A man said to me the other day, he goes, yo, you're petty, fam. You know what I said, bro? You're damn fucking right, mate. I am fucking petty, bro. I'm really, you know what it is? I said, this chick I was going out with a couple months ago, I said, well, she didn't like this one, innit? I said, you know, people think you love people for their excellence, innit? But really, yeah, we appreciate people for their flaws, innit? We learn to love someone for their flaws, because it's, when you watch how someone interacts with their flaws, yeah, you get a real sense of what that person is capable of, innit? What that person can do, innit? When you see a man and he's in his flow, that's good, bro. But when you see a man and he's down, how is he dealing with that? What's his attitude to that? How is he taking responsibility for that? That's important for me, innit? When I see that from other people, that's important. I watch that and I'm like, okay, that I can admire, innit? I can respect someone who's at the top of the game and killing it, yeah? But when you fall down, yeah, I call it Nebuchadnezzar's theory, bro. Because I don't know if you know about the Bible and that. King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, he was running things left, right, and center. And then one day God struck him down, yeah? And he was eating grass for 7 years, bro. Yeah? In the field like a beast, his fingernails are growing out and that, bro. And then boom, at the end of the 7 years, yeah, my man got back on his shit, bro. He got back on it, bro. He was like, yo, I run things, man. We'll come back from the throne and that, yeah? So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, if my man could go from eating grass here in the field, yeah, to becoming king, yeah, in rapid, like, I'm a firm believer, yeah, in the Midas touch, bro. In the Midas touch. When I say the Midas touch, I mean, from whatever point you are in life, yeah, wherever you are, there is a sequence of actions that you can take that will take you to your desired goal and destination, innit? But there is an increasing amount of spiritual resistance in it to the actual, like, to the things that you might want to do, innit?
Yeah,
got half the press, bro. Half the press.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I think, yeah, humility. I think there's a big lesson in humility, especially when the pride is so high. You know, you need that humility to level yourself. You know what I'm saying? So in that story where my man's eating grass, you know, the Lord put that forward unto him to teach him that lesson of humility and pride. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us need that, because, you know,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Look at that humility, yeah. But then how did he go from eating grass to becoming king, bro? That must have been a montage, you know. That must have been 1,000 push-ups in the road to this family. Yeah. Like, you must have done a mad thing, bro. And I think humility does give you the power to do that kind of thing, innit? Like, when you realize, okay, let me be humble, you can sit there and be like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and bang off these push-ups, innit? Because that's my. I think humility, yeah, is another word for finding your own lane, innit? And understanding that everyone's lane is precious, and so is your lane, innit? So you need to stay in there and work that battery crease, mate. I feel like obviously you're sitting behind the anti-podcast thing, and you're not being real, fam. You get me? Because I know you, yeah. I know kind of the energy that I feel from you. It's a very like, it's a beautiful energy, innit? And I think I think you need to bring that out more, bro, because I feel like you're sitting there now and I can sense the structures of, like, you know, tradition and presentation, bro. Just drop that, bro. And I think you should slow it hard, bro. It's gonna get deep, bro. Even if man gotta say, yo, we gotta bin this podcast and do a next thing, bro, like whatever, bro. But I think, why not, bro? Why not keep it real, fam, in this world, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people, yeah, And it's like, people are scared to be real, bro. People are scared to keep it real, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I guarantee you today, fam, I promise you, bro, if you spend the next 2-3 days, yeah, just telling people how you really feel, bro, you'll watch the world burn around you, bro. Because a lot of men can't handle it, innit? And I think that's a testament to, you know, what are we building up around us, innit? What are these big plastic bubbles, innit, that we're creating, innit? Like, why don't we just keep it real, innit?
Yeah. I think, yeah, just quickly touching on that, and you feeling like I'm kind of not keeping it 100% real. I think it's almost like, yeah, so sometimes I feel like it's giving people a new perspective, but without completely, I don't know, you could say offending, but I get at the same time, I think the battle with
your
the battle. Let me
on.
just say this.
Go on.
I think the battle with me maybe is
Say what you're saying, fam. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
I think the battle with me maybe is
yeah. I'm a bit annoying in it, but that's just me, bro.
Yeah. I think the battle with me and a lot of people is how can the battle between do I want to completely because naturally you're gonna offend people any which way anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like a concern, but it's like, yo, do we portray this and this in that way, or should we just, do you know what I mean? There's certain things
I'm a big believer, yeah, in letting the cookies crumble, fam, and letting the chips hang where they fall. You know what I'm saying? And just going with the flow of things, bro. And I think it's a pussy man thing, bro. For everyone in the world to be walking around with these big zookeeper gloves on and like cuddling bears and that, I mean, like, you're not a bear, man. You're a human being, man. Like, bro, just fuck it. Let's keep it real, bro. We're out here in the jungle, fam. You know what I'm saying? Kids are growing up, yeah, and they're thinking, yo, these adults are sweet, man. These adults are, bro, adults are fucking apex predators, bro. Let's not be, maybe I'm wrong, and that's why I have to be so vocal, because I'd rather a man tell me, yo, JJ, you're wrong, yeah? Than me walking around and just being ignorant and not knowing, you get me? Because, like, I've been a forward-thinking person, and I've been a pussy in my life, yeah? I've been both of those things, yeah? I've sat there and I've been like, oh, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, because I want to, it's a bag of bullshit, fam. I've sat, I've waited, I've watched, yeah, for people to show me their truths and that, yeah? And the only thing I've realized is, bro, people are fucking shy, bro. If you don't go out there, yeah, and start dicking shit, bro, start putting your foot in shit, bro, you ain't gonna find out what the world is really like. Yeah? You're gonna build up this quiet little facade of a quiet world where nothing's going on. And you're gonna be watching the news and you're thinking, yo, how is all this shit happening, bro? Because right where I am, it's quiet. You gotta get out of there, put your foot in some shit. Go on, sorry.
Yeah. No. I'm hearing what you're saying still. I think this is the difference though. I think this maybe is the issue with, I mean, you can, I'm calm, you can target at that me, and I think, but we can almost talk about it in many people, you know what I'm saying? I see this because I think how I'm seeing it is that you've got reality, and then you've got kind of
I don't want you to take it to anyone else, bro. I want to hear from you, Jordan. I want to hear what's real for you, bro. Like, hit me with the real, fam. You see me,
yeah.
You can tell I'm being really like, I'm being really genuine in it. I'm being really enthusiastic. Yeah, this is a personal risk to myself, bro. You think I ain't got responsibilities in school and shit like that? Say what you're fucking thinking, bro.
Yeah. And what I was gonna say is, it's like, you've got reality. What I mean by reality is, you know, your everyday interactions with actual humans that you have conversations with, and like in that sense, it's very easy, at least for me, to keep it raw, because I'm directly backing myself, my human form. Do you know what I mean? But when it's in a digital form, which I'm gonna say is like, I'm just gonna call it the digital format. It's almost like, you see this platform, this platform is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me, myself. So it doesn't just, in my head, it doesn't just involve me and what I'm backing as a person. It involves people. It involves
watch this.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch this.
Yeah, go on.
You're a big black thundercloud, yeah? You're the big black, you're comprised of many little electron particles and that negatively and positively charged, yeah? We're trying to get to the ground. Boom! One of these particles gets all uppity in that, bro. And he's like, yo, I'm going to strike the ground, fam. Yeah? The whole thundercloud's like, yo, what you did, bro? Like, what you did? He's like, nah, I'm finna strike the ground, cuz. Everyone's looking at it like, bro, like, who does this lightning brother think he is, fam? Does he not know he's part of the thundercloud, fam? Pew! Crack! Sky breaks apart, fam. Big fucking lightning bolt shoots into the ground, bro. You think I'll ask like him, I look back and say, yo, other man, do I come back to the thundercloud? Nah, bro. He's God, fam. You get me? He's fucking God. God, I'll catch him. No, man said lightning a strike twice, because once is enough, bro. You get me? Look at Charlemagne and fucking Joe Budden, fam. You get me? Like Joe Budden's out here getting. The Migos have made a song, yeah. Ice Trade a Game, fam. When I heard that song, yeah, I felt it about balls, fam. Man said the ad-lib, bro. Man said something about Joe Budden, fam. And all I heard was Quavo, but in the back go, pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought like, nah, I rate Joe Budden, bro, because you can't go and watch Everyday Struggle, whatever it was called before, yeah, and say that my man weren't saying what he was thinking, bro. You get me? My man, DJ Academics was trying to hold it back. Don't say that, Joe. Yeah. Joe. My man done his thing, fam. You get me? And obviously, it's Pete for Complex, fam, because, yeah, he destroyed their show. But you got to keep it, bro. Jay-Z, 444, yeah? My man's out here talking about cheating on Beyonce, fam. To the world, bro. Digital format, fam. Available, triple platinum, you know what I'm saying? And, bro, like, it's up to you. Like, it's up to everyone in life, yeah? You take a choice, bro. You can either be conservative, keep yourself to yourself, or you can keep it real, bro. Obviously, there's risks involved. Yeah, a man might shoot me today, whatever. But at the same time, I'd rather live in a world where I ain't got no regrets, no reservations. Yeah, because if someone says to me, "Yo, why did you do that extremely outlandish thing that you done last week?" Yeah, I might regret it. Like, bro, don't think it's easy for me to set to court. To obviously, you know me, innit? It's not easy for me to be like, "Yo, George, I don't think you're being real on this podcast." And it's not easy. I don't think for a moment that I sat there and I just thought, "It's the easiest thing to do, bro." It's difficult, bro. I get nervous too, My hands get sweaty in that, fam. You get me? So obviously, like, there's risk to it, innit? But there's definitely a reward, bro, because I value honesty, I value reality, innit? And I value that in the digital world, in the real world, same way, bro. I as me, yeah, think that you, my brother, could be 150% of what you're doing right now, yeah, but you're being a pussy about it, which is stopping you from truly being you, bro, which is the greatest crime, innit? Like, the insult is an insult, bro, but the truth is the truth, bro. You know what I do for the truth, fam? Anything, bro.
Truth is like valuable, fam. Like, yo, I think people see, like you said, like people see truth as they mistake it for an insult a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if a man's giving me the truth and you recognize that, you know what, I don't even care about if someone's, it doesn't have to even be the truth, but if it's coming from a genuine place of, yeah, I'm trying to help you progress to this place. Oh, I see you're trying to go there.
Oh,
if you're trying to go there, you know what I mean?
I'm sensing the flames, bro. Woo!
Yeah. Trying to go there, then I'm trying to push you in that
let's
direction,
get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Alpha podcast, let's get it.
But I know this is something that you mentioned about talking about, and it was how to get things, blood. How to get things.
In this corona situation.
How you been managing it in this situation itself? Let's touch on that.
Oh, bro, yo, them Audi keys have been even sticky for me, fam. You get me? Like, I just been all up in there, fam. Just sometimes I feel like going to the key, just queued up, fam. I don't even want to buy nothing, bro. Just go see some gal, fam. I haven't seen a gal in a minute, bro. It's dead.
See, I don't. You know when you're trying not to expose yourself, certain techniques, but nah. But you know what you could be doing right now? There's options. You could be, if you're on your workout thing, she or whoever is on theirs as well, just be like, yo, let's do this FaceTime workout, video call workout. You know what I'm saying? And
Nah, that's long, bro. I've never met a chick yet that I can do a FaceTime workout with still.
Yeah, just plant your phone somewhere, man. Go in the backyard, innit?
That's distracting, bro. I
Yeah,
work out for me, fam. Oh,
yeah.
imagine she's out doing 10 push-ups in that, fam. Oh,
This go back to it's an ego thing, though. It's an ego thing, man. Like, I think a lot of people are thinking, I don't want to look this way when I'm working out, and this girl's watching me or whatever.
Yeah, bro.
I think you know why I think it's good, yeah, because I think it allows you to see each other, yeah, in your like raw form. You know what I mean? For a lot of girls, yeah, like they don't work out with like makeup or whatever. They be looking a bit like scatty here and there, maybe. You know what I'm saying, and you're doing it. You kind of interacting with them as much as you can in this period. When they're in their rawest form, you know what I mean?
Even last night, yeah, I was sitting there, and I just thought, bro, like, I don't need no hoes, bro. I don't need no girl. I don't need nothing right now, yeah. I'm in love with myself, bro. Like, if there's a girl that can match that, yeah, then that's G. I respect her for that, bro. But I'm not gonna. It's the truth at the end of the day, bro. I'm not gonna compromise myself, innit? I'm not gonna go any lower than I am now, yeah, to go get some girl, bro. Like, I'd rather go up or go harder, innit, or I just want to find myself, and if I happen to if it happens that me and a chick or whatever, me and the other universal person link up, and it's like, we're there, great. Otherwise, bro, I'm not, because bro, like I've had girlfriends and that, I've been out with girls, I've done my thing, yeah, but ultimately, and obviously this is a bit of a serious one, isn't it? Ultimately, I realized like sex doesn't fill up any voids in that, innit? It just
no.
It's like it adds something to the shopping list, in fact, bro. It's not like, what I'm
It's
saying?
It's a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I'm looking at it and, it's not really what I need. I mean, definitely in the last couple of months, and this is me being brutally honest, and obviously shoot me if you must, innit? In the last couple of months, and I definitely was in a place where I felt like I was feeling mad horny and that I need some sex. I need to go link this girl, go meet this girl, go chat to that girl. And I've done that, come out the other side of it. And the thing that's really on my mind, bro, is just the whole pussy man thing, bro. Like, I really hate when people aren't being honest with me, and that's kind of where all
my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I keep spamming these buttons. My bad.
Jeez. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's where my attention is right now. It's just I'm being comfortable with myself, bro. I honestly couldn't care less about anyone, their vagina, or anything like that right now, bro. Because if you're not me, you're not me. If I'm not you, I'm not you. But at the same time, the man's got to find peace of mind, bro, George, as you said. Yeah, I've got to find peace of mind, fam. Obviously, as much as I do love chocolatey, thick thighs and that, yeah.
Oh, that's your thing. Yeah. Brown sugar.
Sugar.
The Angelo thing.
Yeah. There's a lot to life, man. I mean, yeah, and I don't know. I don't know. What's your experience in it? Like, have you found a girl where it's like you guys mesh completely, or?
You know what? I think my experience with relationship with a girl, yeah, and this is actual a quality relationship. No, like, we're just doing our little thing here.
No Harry Bowles. This is the quality street.
Yeah. This is like fine dining. You know what I'm saying? Like the little dashes of flavors, the small little plates, the 12-course meal type thing. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
But I had a relationship like it must have been. It's hard to put a timeline on it because we were kind of on and off for a little bit after, but it was about 2 years, 2-year relationship. And yeah, in that relationship, I felt like that was the person that really connected with me on pretty much every level, every aspect. And I think it was a big learning curve because it made me.
Oh, you're making me want to cry. That's emotional still.
You know what? For one, I forget how young I actually was. Like, bear in mind, I'm gonna put my age out there. Like I'm 20 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, young boy is young.
Yeah,
Ladies,
young boy,
young,
dog.
they're fresh.
Yeah, got years to come still. But yeah, like I was 17, I think, 16, nearly 17 when I got into this relationship. So when you bear that in mind, I'm like, yo, I was very just young. I'd never had a relationship like this. But anyway, thinking, getting into this thinking, yo, this girl's like just the kind of the female version of me, but also the opposites that strengthen me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, obviously things broke down, and then it was almost like it's like a canvas that let me phrase it like this. Yeah, it was like a canvas, but then you look closer at the painting and you're like, yo, there's a crack there, there's a like a spludge there, there's a imperfection there. And then the more you like look into it, you're like, maybe that painting I thought was beautiful wasn't quite the thing, you know what I mean?
Yo, fam, right. Emotional, fam. That's because I was listening to your story. I was thinking, right, you broke up with that, bro. Like, god damn. I said, yo.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
No, because of that, yeah, that finished like, I don't know how long that ago was that. About a year ago, till it officially like cut off or whatever. Because you know them ones where you have that type of relationship and you keep kind of like going back to it, and you're like, yeah. Let's just like talk or whatever.
Be back.
Yeah, yo, you're like them ones here. Yeah, we're just like go to the park and we just talk. And then and then next thing you're like, how are you in my bed? Like, nah.
You're probably wondering, you know what it was? Freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
yeah. This is how he knew he fucked up. Morgan Freeman thing. But I think because of that, yeah. So it made me realize, okay, I need a break. I need a detox. I need to remove myself from romantic relationship scenarios. I'm saying. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I'm doing my thing. I'm just exploring. I had that period where I was just kind of, if things come about, things come about. And ever since I've kind of just adopted the thing of, I'm gonna do me, and I think everyone should just. This is what annoys me. It doesn't annoy me. It just agitates me a little bit. It's men that actively look for something. Like, I don't think them or like even girls don't look for a relationship, because a good relationship will come out of you doing your thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, fam. People sit there and assume, that everyone's just gonna have that confidence, comfortability, and bro, sometimes you have to go look for a relationship, bro, to know, bro. It's like if someone says to me, yo, I'm trying to get rich, bro. You can't say to man, just do your thing, bro. Like, don't try and get rich, bro. Let the money come to you. Some niggas are trying to try and get rich, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but nigga right there, like, yo, nah, I'm chasing this money, like DMing the money, like, yo, I'm trying to get a little bit of you. Can you come here right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think,
know what though? I think
this is it, bro.
This is how I think of it though. It's like, yo, I get it. I get what you're saying, because normally that I would say that applies, but that's money. That's not money. Isn't a being. You know what I'm saying? It's not a living thing. And I think the way two beings work, it's like that law of attraction, if you want to say it. I don't think.
When you sex it, you reckon she sits there and she thinks, I wonder what he got for his year 7 like first exam and that, fam. No, bro. She's looking at your lips, bro. She's looking at your eyes, fam. She's thinking about your dick, bro. Like, she ain't sitting there thinking, I want to get to know this person. You know what I mean? She ain't trying to fuck no person, bro. She's trying to get on. She's trying to get. Obviously, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong in it. Let me know if you think is that in the case. Put it in the comments. Yo, he's a liar. This nigga chatting shit, bro. From what I've seen, when a girl wants a geezer, bro, she don't want him because of anything other than his personality on the day, his attitude to life, and kind of what he's about as a person, innit? And none of those 3 things, are you, innit? They're not your sad moments. They're not, they're not you when you're struggling and that. it's bro. I think if you're a girl and you want to get me, bro, objectify the fuck out of me, mate, because the actual person, the actual me, like I'm a bad man still. Like I'm a happy man. Like I'm really. Let's not be around the bush. I'm really fucking annoying. I'm intense. Yeah, you're gonna get annoyed. You're gonna get bored. So you need, like, it's when you got your Ferrari, bro. You know, my boy's got a Ferrari. He's got a Lambo still. He loves his Lambo. It's rapid. When it comes to the day, when the Lambo breaks down, what do you think he's like, bro? You reckon he's like, yo, my Lambo still like kind of broken that, bro? You don't want to know it, fam. He's taking it to the mechanic, bro. Like, get that shit fixed, bro. Like, and I think it's the same thing. Like, high performance individuals, high performance males, high performance females have got a lot of faults in them, innit? And you need to be able to be like, okay, this is the picture in it, like, you know, the banging poster on the wall, and this is the picture in it. But obviously, some days she's not gonna be like, he's not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna be like that. Some days I'm just gonna be a bag of parts in it. And I think people these days say, you know, don't objectify each other. But bro, like, I prefer to be a poster on someone's wall than to be David Hasselhoff or Charlie Sheen in the back of a bathroom snorting coke and, you know, sitting there with HIV, bro. Like, sometimes.
You know what? I do. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think there's always going to be a level of objectification to relationships. Like, come on, like the initial how did I used to phrase it? I used to have a like a thing to it. But it's like, yo, yeah, like when you see something physically, that's the first thing you see, you know what I'm saying? So like you're gonna be, the first thing is gonna be the physical attraction, you know what I'm saying? It's not only till after that the actual soul, like that someone actually gets attracted to what you are, you know what I'm saying, what you're about. So there naturally is always a level of like that posterness to it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think society these days is trying to devalue that. It's trying to say, no, don't do that. Just constantly be sitting there worried, bro. I think life is a high performance game, fam. And at the peaks, you have to respect the peaks. And at the troughs, you got to respect the troughs as well. And I think what we're trying to do as a society is we're trying to get rid of the peaks, bro, because, you know, we care so much about the troughs. And I think that's bullshit, bro. Like, I think if a man wants to dress up in his fresh Dolce & Gabbana, Air Max, Nike, everything, go out carnival and stunt on niggas, let's not pretend that's what he's like. Let's not sit there and be like, nah, Jordan that day was just embracing his culture. No, fam, he was stunting on niggas, bro. Let's be realistic with it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't put on their gold chain because they want to feel connected to Africa. They don't do that, bro. They stunt on the gold chain because they want to feel like a bad man, fam. They want to feel like that African, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, we're all in a society that's like living in a cage, fam. And we just want to be real, bro. Everyone wants to be exciting. They want to be the best version of themselves. And I think, let people do that, bro. Let people do that. But go on, sorry.
But more time. I do think I've been in scenarios where, you know, you've got that man that's
you're the captain as well, bro. Like, go on. I really want to hear what you're about to say because I can smell the goodness with the natural herbs.
I was gonna say more time. You've got I've seen scenarios where, you know, you've got the man that's doing the most, like you say, with the big boy chains on, and then you've got maybe, I don't know, an individual like myself that's sometimes I'm just low key, but it's more to than just let me put myself out there physically as this presence. It's like, how are you conducting yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, again, women that are watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot to do with attraction and the way a man conducts himself in that environment. You know what I'm saying? Are you overstretching yourself? Are you like overcompensating a lot of time? There's a lot of men that I see, just from their physical cues, I'm like, yo, you're overcompensating, blood. Just allow it. Just stop trying to impress. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, again, this goes back to what you were saying to me earlier. Authenticity, obviously, it can come in a lot of forms. But yeah, just be authentic in those scenarios, and yeah, there's too many men out there that are
Go on, give me the breakdowns. When they say the overcome, what are they doing, bro? What they do? Let's talk about it.
Fair.
Munzo card. Is it the Munzo card with the? Ooh, let me just slide that across the table. Like, there's Munzo. There's a black card there. Is it a car on finance?
Sometimes it's the physical flex. It's them man that, you know, the typical man that are in, let's say Prism, or let's say Indie or something like that. Just to give it, just to be a bit more specific, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, but it could happen at Moho too, fam. Don't get it twisted.
At Moho, yeah, don't get it twisted. It can happen at Moho.
Yeah, shout out Tap House. Yeah, it could happen at Moho.
and you know, they're coming up to the bar, and like, so obviously I want to get like 2 bottles of Ciroc or whatever, and like.
Must be P. Diddy, fam.
Knowing full well, and every man, all of his boys here know that his bank account cannot hold that up. His bank account, like,
I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? His bank account.
Yo, slap the thing, fam. Yo, slap the sound. Oh gosh. That's his bank accounts. Hold it. Tell us to put this excursion, fam.
His bank account's on stilts, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I said he's doing the expedition, fam. I said the bank account's been left back in Tokyo and you're going to Mars, fam. Like, pull up.
You see that? You pull up. You see the next morning, and then you know, he's having a conversation with his boys, like upset. He's like, yo, how am I gonna pay for the bills for the rest of the month? You know what I mean? And a girl can see through that. A girl can see through that a lot of the time.
Yeah, but she might not, bro.
Put to it. Yeah, but most of the time I know, because I think man try take girl for dickhead. They're like, she won't clock on or whatever.
Bro, girls fall for that, bro. She'll be sitting there in bed thinking, why is he trying to get me out of bed? Oh, he's a bad man. Really, yeah? He just needs some time to call Budzo up, fam, and be like, yo, guys, I can't pay you back this month. But he's happy, bro. She's happy. He's happy. This is a normal state of affairs, mate.
That's the thing. Like, I think short term, pulling things like we said, that can work short term. But fam,
yo, I want to introduce you, George, to a concept. It's called the short-term baddie, yeah?
Short-term baddie.
Yeah? Right, so boom. Obviously, you and your dons, you're going out on a Friday night. You know, say you're not a principal, yeah? You know, say you're not a genius, yeah? You know, say you ain't got no big-ass credentials to your name, yeah? But you got to go out and you got to draw the baddest thing you're ever going to see, blood. So what you going to do, blood? You're going to go for the baddest thing, fam. Why? Because it might not be sustainable, yeah? But there's a lot of value in acquiring the short-term baddie, fam.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes like this, bro. Boom, sexy senorita. She's at the bar. She's dancing with her friends, having the best time. She looks like she's got a degree in psychology. She looks like she's 3rd year on design and technology and that. You get me? Like, she looks like she's going places and that. So man's pulling up from the smoking area. Obviously, you just bought your 1-2 little your jewels, fam. You just bought your jewels in it just for the night, little £15 investment, just to look cool in the smoking area and that. Boom. You're smoking your thing smoldering, smoldering, looking at her, eye contact. She's like, oh, this guy's smoking his jewels still. He's about it. So boom, you obviously, you go over to her, you're chatting to her. Now you know, in the back of your mind, that you know Moby Dick, yeah? You know when he's chasing the white whale, fam, he goes, yo, I may be a bit out of my league, fam. Yeah. Might be a bit of a stretch, this one still, but you know what? Yeah, you're finna be Captain Ahab tonight, fam. You're finna leave with the white whale, fam. You know what I mean? So you abandon all fear in that. You dash the cigarette, you crush it like a bad man. Clint Eastwood, Quentin Tarantino, fam. You're going over there, yeah. You look her in the eye, you say, yo, well, go on, babes. Yeah, she's like, oh, hello. And she's like, oh, I saw you over there still. So what do you do? Now, short-term baddie syndrome, bro. You got to make up something to work here, you know. Bro. You can't tell her you're a cleaner for Aldi, fam. She ain't respected that, you get me? Yo, babes. So me, I'm an environmental solutions activist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work in the community. I do this and that, yeah. Just feeling it. Oh, this is getting me not like that environmental shit. Boom, so boom, yeah. So you take her hand, she's liking you, take her to the dance floor, yeah. Boom, doing the dancing thing, doing the dance, comfy, slide, yeah. Boom, little kiss later, yeah. Kissing, that's magical. It's magical. You can taste the pheromones in the air, fam.
Vibes.
You can smell that BA, BSC, whatever blood you get. You're like, yeah, I like this life.
Yeah.
Telling you about that Lemony Snicket book she read 10 years ago. You don't even know who Lemony Snicket is. Yeah. Like, all right. You see your boy at the corner, yeah? He's doing this thing with a light and that, you give him a wink. You're going upstairs to the smoking area. When you're chatting to her, yeah, you're smoking. Right, babe, let's go back to my place, innit? Obviously, it's a bit sticky now, innit? Because really you live with your mum, innit? But you call up your boy on the way home, yeah? And you're like, yo, bro, let me just borrow the rentals, innit? Let me just borrow the room, innit? Don't come back for a few hours, innit? When she comes in, you make the sweetest love ever, yeah? You're telling her, babes, I'm trying to do this forever, yeah? It's not you. It's not her. Short-term baddie, fam.
So you're saying that the scenario that you're proposing is a man that's in a, he's selling dreams, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the woman that he's going for, the baddie that he's going for, is also wanting those dreams to be sold. I'm saying. That's what I'm getting.
Hey, slap the thing, fam. I wish I had it there, bro. Bro, I need a Charlie slap, fam. Slap that, fam. Yo. I told y'all niggas. Whaps the soundboard, fam. Whaps it.
Yeah. Let's move on though. Let's move on.
Nah, bro. Nah. Whaps the soundboard, fam. I need to hear that sound, bro. You get me? Turn it up, blood, because yo, what you just said there is important, fam. Dreams, bro, by Fleetwood Mac, fam. You get me? Everybody wants to buy a dream, cuz. No girl wants to, bro. You can be a principal, bro. You can be the richest motherfucker alive, yeah? You go to a club and you can't sell a girl dreams, bro. She don't want no reality, fam. She wants the dreams, bro. She don't care if you got a Lambo outside, fam. She wants the dream, bro. She don't know. Why do you think Bill Gates don't go to the club, fam? Because he can't sell no dreams, bro. Because he's really Bill Gates, bro. Like, you get me? You don't get to come home and be like, I'm gonna allow this Bill Gates thing. I'm gonna go sell some dreams, bro. He's fucking already made it, fam. Short-term baddie is how a lot of good quality relationships are formed, bro. Because people go there and they sell dreams, and the girl looks at them and they go, you know what, yeah? He might not be all those things that he said he was on that night, but I reckon he can become that, yeah? Or the guy says, you know what, I'm not that right now, but I'm trying to get a girl like that, so let me step it up, bro. And that's normal. There
you go. I want to say that because that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, I think girl want to see the potential. If you can show a girl the potential, that's what matters. If a girl can see direction, she can see future. You know what I'm saying?
No direction, no erection. You get me? No style, no wild. Yeah, whatever, man. Anyway.
That's it. So I don't know, man. Like, I think importance is be able to show potential. If you can show that potential, that's all that matters. Don't worry about the chains. Don't worry about the cars. Don't worry about the yard, fam. Yeah. I want to go to just people. Let me think. Yeah. Actually, seeing as you said you wanted to get a little deep and stuff. I think because we have, I think especially myself, I have a lot of conversations that get into things that a man that are mid don't really chat about. But I think because of that, a lot of people,
the top shelf combo,
yeah, them ones, and I think I think something that I'm gonna go into it. Me personally, I think there's a lot of people that will talk to me and they'll say, yeah, you think you know about this, you think you know about that, or whatever. And I've had that in the past or whatever, and it's almost I think that's something in itself where it threatens the ego. When you talk in a certain way, and a lot of people get defensive like that when you attack their ego. It's like when people feel threatened that they can't talk about something that you're talking about, so they attack you instead, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But based off that,
wait, to all my soldiers, top shelf soldiers, yeah? To all my top shelfers out there, when a midman tries to tell you, yo, don't believe in yourself, you're chatting shit, man. Like, yo, you need to fuck them off, blood. Don't listen to them, blood. Go get your top shelf, yeah? Put it in your pipe, spark that motherfucker up and fucking smoke it, man, because you're a top shelf nigga, bro. Believe in yourself, blood. ever let these mids sell you short, man.
Don't let them swipe you off the shelf. Like, we're not letting that happen, fam.
Gelato 41. Don't be no Gelato 33. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Yeah, I want to talk about normalizing the admittance of not knowing enough to contribute to a specific discussion.
Whoa, bro. Whoa. Never in the history of niggerdom, yeah, as a nigga said, yo, let's get started on the topic of niggas not knowing and talking.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a stiff one, you know, bro.
Yeah, I'd be in so many conversations where, you know, you'll say something and it's an ego threatener. You see man's faces just like light up, like, oh shit, I've got to say something. It's just like, yo, bro, if you don't know, if you don't have anything significant in your head that you can contribute, just don't say anything. Silence is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Silence is very powerful. Use this time to learn something or to think, oh, right, let me go into that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than spend all of your energy, oh, what should I say? Oh, how can I say something?
Bro, that comment there was years ahead of its time, fam. I don't think people are going to get that till 2025, bro. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, you don't know, innit? Sometimes you just don't know.
Just don't know.
Like, you know, man, the coronavirus, everyone's an expert now. Yeah? Everyone's an expert on microbiological activities and microbial factors, and everyone knows about the 5G, and everyone knows about these. Bro, you don't know, bro. Just take a breather, fam. You ain't a scientist, and sometimes man, them are scientists. Sometimes niggas have done science, but they weren't top of the class, and they're sitting there and they're getting agitated and they're thinking, yo, like, you like don't know what you're talking about, mate. Like 5G burns down towers and it's like, bro, like, okay, but prove it, innit? Like, I actually do
back yourself.
Back yourself, man. If you believe in yourself that much, don't be afraid to find out that you're wrong, innit? Or that you're right, because that's always an option, innit?
Yeah, I think especially with this, I think Twitter and I want to say social media, but Twitter specifically.
Or WhatsApp.
It's WhatsApp, even with the shares of group chats and them ones. You got your aunties and uncles sharing. You seen this? You seen that?
And it's some mad panic. Like the geezer's crying from the beginning of the video, bro. My man's balling, bro. My brothers, my brothers. But you don't know. The world is coming to an end. They are coming for you, my brothers. My brothers.
I saw one where it was like, yo, they're putting cyanide in this aftershave that they're selling in
Old Spice.
Yeah, that it's some like Pacaraban 1 million thing, but the man on the video is saying they're putting cyanide in the thing.
Bro, this frowsy man, them, you know, frowsy man, that's up.
But especially with stuff like Twitter, I think it becomes a place where you've got people that can voice themselves and portray themselves as experts, which is just a lot of the time they don't know what they're talking about. They've got no thing to back what they're talking about, but they've got the Twitter platform to make people see it, to make people share it. You know what I'm saying? I saw something regarding Corona, and it was a video that account shared of this woman. This woman's in critical condition or in critical health unit, and she's got the tubes up her nose and thing and all of that. And she's like, you know, don't neglect your, I don't know, respiratory system. Don't smoke and don't do this. And the way she's phrased it, if you didn't actually look up when the video was published, you would have thought, she might be talking about the virus. But obviously, I was scrolling through and I was like, nah, this don't like add up. And some man in the comments of another share of the same video had found that the Facebook account, which the woman originally posted from, which was like 2 years ago, man, like a whole 2 years ago. And and it was completely unrelated to the Corona thing, obviously. But someone had reposted it and then labeled it as a corona thing on Twitter. And then, you know, a lot of the comments were like, yo, yeah, that's so messed up, blah, blah, blah. This is affecting the UK now. This was at the point where it wasn't really, you know, considered a thing in the UK at this point. So like, yeah, it just shows the influence, you know, people that really have no you know, qualification to be, not qualification, but have no, you know, knowledge to be saying that, and misinformation as well. So
at the moment in the UK, I think, what is it? 1 in 2,500 people have died from coronavirus, isn't it?
yeah.
So there is obviously, you know, this people are dying, isn't it? But like,
See, yeah, I'll let you
it's a trick, because the way the government's kind of looking at it is, yeah, this is a life-threatening disease that kills 1% of people. But bro, I've seen some of the most ridiculous stuff, even from my own family and that. Like, you see, I've coughed now. Yeah, I presume that everyone's ducking for cover, hiding underneath 4 chairs and that, and it's just like, you know, like, bro, it's like, you know, them old like videos about yeah, shit, man, we're fucked. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, them old videos about like nuclear bunkers, what to do if you see a nuke overhead, and it's like, I'm gonna hide underneath this table. Yeah, hide underneath the table, but just know that it's not gonna save you from the nuke, bro. Like,
that nuke don't give 2 shits, blood.
About table, fam. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's talking about, yo, it's important to wash your hands. It's important to, you know, watch out for transmissions. And if you've got the disease or got virus, stay at home, because it's common sense, bro. If you got a cold, don't be giving it to everyone else, innit? But all of this weird, like, yo, I'm gonna wash every piece of fruit that I find. I'm never gonna eat, bro. People talking about, like, bro, if you drop an apple, yeah, you're not gonna eat it off the floor because of coronavirus. They're completely separate things, fam. Like, you need to. We need to be cautious, but we also need to be real, bro. Like, some things don't have anything to do with the coronavirus, bro. Like, if a man's plastering and there's 2 men on a site and they've all got PPE already, yeah, let them carry on with what the fuck they're doing, bro. They wouldn't have come into work if they were that ill, innit? Like, they're doing their thing, innit?
Yeah.
Even the police and that, they're walking around in bully vans in London and that, 16 man deep in the bully van, telling people to stop walking around. Bro, I was at Aldi, bro. A geezer went in there with his brother to go shopping. They're splitting them up, talking about
only one member at a time.
Yeah, bro, talking about social distancing. But these men are living together, they're working together. You splitting them up, yeah. It just doubles their risk, because now they're working separately. Yeah, they've got double the chance of meeting up with someone who's got the coronavirus, isn't it?
Outside of it,
it's not even sensible, bro. You got to be practical, innit?
I think this is something I wanted to touch on as well, because you mentioning firstly about the amount of people that have died in the UK, for example. But I think a lot of the time it's interesting the way they phrase it. So they say a lot of the time, if you listen in the news, yeah, when someone dies or when a new figure gets announced, even, because a lot of the time most of the time they're not talking about specific, you know, people. They're not focusing on specific stories where, oh, okay, supposedly this person died. I have a friend, and one of my friends in London, his dad worked for the NHS. I believe he was a nurse. But anyway, there was a big story around him because they were saying that the NHS didn't provide enough equipment that would have protected him, that would have potentially stopped him from getting seriously ill. But anyway, it's interesting to hear how the narrative of the news presents when people pass, because it's, instead of saying, yeah, they died of coronavirus, they say, yeah, they died after testing positive from coronavirus. So they're not actually directly saying that, yeah, this person died from it. They're saying they died after having a diagnosis of it.
Yeah.
But let me say this as well before you say your point. Also, when you actually break down, when you look at how they test for coronavirus, for COVID-19, the actual test itself was designed by a guy. Obviously this is where I say do your own research, because I don't know the fine print, but I can direct, you know, what I'm trying to say. the guy that actually invented the test that they use for COVID-19 to diagnose patients, he made a statement and said, don't use this test for diagnosing serious viruses because it won't be accurate. And that's the guy that made the test that they're using to diagnose people. So my point being is I'm kind of in fuck's sake. You know them ones. I need to move away from the soundboard.
From the C, I thought C19 were coming to bust out your door right there, you know. What did you say?
Censorship police, that was it.
Yeah, man, they're about to kick down your door, fam. bag of SWAT team man in the video and that, just like, yeah.
But yeah, like basically implying that, you know, a lot of these cases and these numbers are misdiagnoses of other pre-existing health issues. But I think this is just me voicing what I think personally. There's that, and there's also remember this. I think it goes into like, if you're pushing a narrative that something is so dangerous, you create a big fear complex, and fear itself can cause.
Bro, that was what I was gonna say, bro. Because let's not forget, the news is basically, it should change its name to the anxieties, bro, because that's all that it focuses on, fam. Like,
that sounds like a band, you know, like an old
anxieties, bro. Man should do it, man. But that's what I'm saying, like 100%. Like, check the last 10 years, bro. The news have never said, yeah, right, guys, I just really want to congratulate everyone on having a good day. It's banging outside. We've all been working together. Like, it's beautiful. And like, there's always a crisis. There's always something going on. There's always because that's what the news is, bro. If it's not here, it's over the road. If it's not over the road, it's in France. If it's not in France, it's Al Qaeda. If it's not Al Qaeda, it's Antarctica. If it's not Antarctica, it's aliens, bro. You know what I'm saying? Something's got to be going wrong somewhere, because otherwise, why the hell would you tune into BBC News at 1 o'clock, bro?
Mm-hmm.
It's the weather and anxiety. That's all you want in life, isn't it?
Mm.
So I think those of us who are sitting here and aren't anxious should realize why we're not anxious. I'm not anxious. One, because even though I've got like a little mild asthma and that, I know, like, if I'm going to get a virus, I'm prepared to fight it. If I'm going to die because of a virus, then evidently, like, my DNA is being selected to not continue in this world, and like, the next wave of people will be slightly less asthmatic than this wave of people, in it. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, I mean, I think naturally people are thinking, you know, there's been a lot with 5G, 5G links, 5G theories or whatever. And I think just touching on it a little bit.
Fucking X-Files music. Play the X-Files tune, bro.
Bro, I wish I had that on the thing. Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, I think I can see, this is the thing, because of meme culture. There you go. Because of meme culture, yeah. I think things get taken as a joke very quickly from being serious. And I think that's made the whole 5G theory seem a lot less relevant. But I think personally, I think that there is relevancy to it, in the sense of
the Illuminati is taking over the world. Is that?
I mean, I don't even call it Illuminati. Like, you know, the UN. The UN, as in the big organization, the world.
Yeah, what's the United Nations? Yeah.
Even if you go on the website, they've literally got in print that there's I think it's called they've got the Agenda 2021 and then they've got Agenda 2030. So these are two policies in place that essentially imply that one of the main targets is to depopulate.
I'm going onto the website now because, bro, I want to find that if that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Just type in UN 2021 or 2030 or 2030. Yeah, that might be easier.
Sustainable development. Yeah.
Yeah, Agenda 21 and then Agenda 2030, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like that implies a lot of things that are kind of essentially happening. Like the you know, because this is the thing. I think figures aren't accurate, but at the same time, you know, you can't hide that a lot of men are weirdly dying in Wuhan or just China in general. Like this is the thing. It's almost like when you compare like going back to the 5G thing, Wuhan was the first place to have 5G rolled out fully in the extent like they've got 5G with like towers like 5 foot apart from each other, like real close proximity. Do you know what I mean? Whereas we've got 5G here, but it's in select areas and it's not like in the same numbers. You know what I'm saying? So does that which makes our situation here different as well. But also when you look at the symptoms to how a lot of people,
you know what it is, yeah. You know what it is, yeah. I think what we have to realize though is every 10 years there's a global pandemic in it, because every 10 years, yeah, there just seems to be a bacteria or virus that jumps from one mammalian population, be it the birds, the swines, whatever, into the human population in it, and causes a lot of unprecedented kind of issues in it. Every 10 years, we also get better Wi-Fi, bro. I can't lie to you, innit? Like, it might be like, you know, some sort of some convergence of issues and that, but
nah, facts.
What I've been enjoying in the last 3 years, yeah, that this 4G has brought to my life, yeah. I'm sorry, bro, but people have to die for that. Then peak, fam. But I'm finna have these Zoom conversations. You know what I'm saying, with good, stable internet connections. So I'm sorry, guys.
I'm saying
if you've been COVID did.
Yo, no. You know what? I shouldn't even laugh at that, but still.
If you've been coroned off, yeah, so I can get five bars of Wi-Fi, then I'm sorry, bro. But your sacrifice will be greatly remembered in that. Obviously, that was a joke, innit? Like, obviously, if you have been affected by the coronavirus, I don't think it's because of my Wi-Fi, and I honestly hope that, like, you know, you recover 100%. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, things keep happening every year, innit? So it's bound to be like, people are always like, oh, the Simpsons can predict the future because they predicted that Donald Trump would be going down a mall in the US, in America. Like, bro, that nigga goes down malls every fucking year, innit? Like,
do you know what? There's the thing with that, the whole yeah, you know, when your man saying it's become a meme as well, like yeah, the Simpsons predict this. I think if you're gonna go down that route, it's not that they predict the future, it's that they mold the future. You know what I mean?
Like with like when the terrorists bombed the Twin Towers, and there was that film with Nicolas Cage about them bombing the Twin Towers, isn't it? Like, I reckon Bin Laden saw that and he was like, "This is a very good idea."
Right there. What?
He's like, "Yo, I wish I thought of that myself." Man's there watching, bro. Because remember when they busted Bin Laden, fam, he had a bag of films, you know, he had a bag of movies in his cave and that.
In his cave.
Yeah.
They're like old VHS tapes and stuff.
I type.
That's the point I wanted to make though. 5G. Yeah. I don't know. Just when you understand that you know, they were the first ones that rolled it out, and their 5G, obviously China in general and Japan are like technologically way ahead of where we're at as a society. They've got CCTV, like.
No, I mean, we got CCTV as well still.
Yeah, we got a lot of CCTV, but
they got more 3D.
They're on next level. Like, I don't know if you saw, but it was on Chinese news. Yeah, it's another thing. Like, watch different sources. Like, have a lot of different news sources, and you get a balance. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's really, you know what it is, yeah? I think it's very important that we speak about this, George. Yeah. Optimizing your life, yeah? Like, you know, your Apple, your iPhones are made for you in it, but you have to take, like, if you really want to, your viewers, listeners, yeah, if you're trying to get ahead in 2020, yeah, first thing you need to do, yeah, get rid of all your apps, bro. Personally select, sit down and plan. Be like, what apps do I need? What am I interested in? What am I doing this week, yeah? Plan out what exactly is going to be on your phone, what exactly is going to be on your radio, what exactly is going to be your kind of, okay, these are the YouTube channels I'm interested in. Get rid of some of them if they're distracting you, bruv. Like, optimize your life, bruv. have your stock spreadsheets from a couple different like countries, couple different places. Have your full 24-hour timeline so you know what's going on. Because we're in a global economy, yeah? If you want to take advantage of that, you have to be able to organize, prioritize, and utilize the widgets and the technology available to you, man. I'm talking apps. If you know you got your 4 music apps, get your 4 music. If you need to go and upgrade your hard drive space, upgrade your hard drive space. If you need more graphics, upgrade your graphics. Know exactly what you want in this world and customize your technology around it. Because a lot of men are going to sit there on the Lenovo computers, yeah, Lenovo laptops and that. Like, oh, I'm really happy with this new Windows 10 and that. Well, man, them are steaming ahead because they've got these crypto wallets, they got this constant supply of tailor-made information that's keeping them ahead of the curve, innit? But we need people to be honest, bro. We need politicians to sit down and be like, yeah, we're trying to RFID chip you motherfuckers, every single one of you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not trying to do that, fair enough, bro. But the conversation, yeah, needs to be had in a way where people can protect their liberties. Like that's what's missing, isn't it? Because if this RFID stuff is out there, why are people being allowed to sit there and not being allowed, but people being forced to speak about it like it's a conspiracy theory, bro? It's not a conspiracy theory. These RFID chips are real. People are using them to try and handle these global crises. And, you know, there are governments pushing through draconian systems of law and government, maybe not in a malevolent way, but they're definitely pushing it through that to solve one thing that has the you know, the consequence or the kind of like, or the impact is that, you know, it completely reduces civil liberty in a way that undermines what we as individuals would constitute an acceptable level of government and society, innit? Like, is it better that we all die because of coronavirus or something like that, and that we're free, or that we're all alive, but we're all, you know, and there's this thing called the informal economy, innit? So if they start RFID and everything, yeah, like let's not beat around the bush, yeah. All you academics and people who you know are sitting there in your ivory towers, you do cocaine as well, bro. Like you're gonna need to pick up at some point, fam. You get me? You think if this RFID shit cracks on, where are you gonna get your weed from? You know what I'm saying? Where are you gonna get your MD from? Where are you gonna get your ketamine to think of your thoughts and that? Like, or maybe not even on that level, but like, you know, there's a lot of informal economies that people have a right to crime, bro. As much as you think, oh, crime is bad and it shouldn't be in societies, there's a reason crime exists in every society, because it's necessary, because there are goods and services that are forbidden, that should be forbidden, that some people are going to want access to, and that's from all walks of life, bro. I'm not like from every angle, even though they've legalized weed in the US, that doesn't mean that, you know, suddenly there's like the market for illegal goods is gone. And like, I think it's not something I know everything about, but it's something I'm interested in finding out about. Innit? Like, what is the role of an informal economy in containing the kind of madness of humanity in it? Because as much as we're developed social beings and that, we're still animals, bro, at the end of the day, innit? So where does that rage, or where does that feeling, or where do these ideas go to when we sit here and pretend to just be like, you know, like gods and informed, and we just have discussions and that? Because where do these feelings, these anxieties and fears, they're everywhere. Like, look at the news. It's an anxiety. It's because we're out of the jungle now and we feel so safe. People need to remind us things are going wrong. Go on, sorry.
Sometimes, yeah, it's like I had a conversation with my friend Carlton yesterday, and we were talking about, yo, when you see man, especially in the creative sense, if I see a man like you could call it like biting your style, biting an element that you've done. It's like it's seeing it as, I think in the past, you know, it's easy to say, oh, yo, this man was copying this. Like, obviously, he's just taking that. But it's like, yo, all that shows is that they're having an issue potentially with originality and finding themselves. But also the fact that you've had the power and influence to be able to do that to somebody else and to give them, oh, yeah, you know what, Ty, that was sick, you know. I'm going to go take that, you know what I'm saying, and use that for my inspiration. And, you know, it's normally it's out of innocence, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, I need something to do this or whatever. And, you know, I sympathize with it. So, you know, really.
Also, bro, like, let's not hate, bro. If someone's doing something, yeah, and they're doing it badly, like, bro, my mate done this to me the other day, bro, where I sent him something. I was like, yo, what do you think of this? And he gave me some like vague criticism, like, "Oh, this reminds me of that person," innit? And like, it wasn't in a positive one, innit? So obviously, yeah, that's not constructive, bro. Because you telling me I remind you of someone else, yeah, it doesn't tell me what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you think I should change. It doesn't give me a structure, and I'm not expecting you to do that, innit? But there's definitely a culture in weak niggas, yeah, to be like, I don't understand this, so I'm gonna ostracize it, and that's my creative input in it. That's my criticism. And I think, okay, you can look at like people like a Drake and be like, yo, he copied my man, he copied this person. He also innovated for years, bro. And like, even like niggas biting Heady One style and that, like, that's because yeah, my man just obviously innovated so hard that it just made everyone feel redundant, innit? Does that mean that then everyone who makes a tune like Heady One, you go to them, bro, that sounds like Heady One, that's trash? Or is it, do you try and, you definitely try and find the nuances, yeah? Because obviously I'm a musician myself, innit? You try and find the nuances, pick apart the things that do work. Okay, the bit that it definitely sounds like Heady One is because you weren't feeling comfortable about expressing your true self there, innit? So let's scrap out the Heady One bit, you put in exactly how you feel, and then we'll compare and we'll see, okay, what is it missing, innit? Because he set a benchmark, innit? He set a standard, innit? So now from that, you can exceed that standard, bro. You could be like, okay, I'm gonna get to the same level and then I'm gonna go above. And I don't know if people have seen the Otis Redding biopic with my nigga Jamie Foxx. You know,
probably.
Yeah, it's old school. And obviously they were talking about him and they were like, yeah, Otis, yeah. He for most of his career, he didn't make any original songs in it. He was just biting other people's songs and stuff like that. And that's Otis, bro. He's like, he's triple fucking, he's huge, bro. He's one of the biggest artists of all time, innit?
Yeah.
And for my man to at the start of his career, be like, yo, not that I couldn't find anything to do, but this is how I was finding my own creative input. I was looking at other people and what they were doing and copying that and molding that to what it eventually became, which, you know, obviously that Jamie Foxx song, "She Take My Money," that's a re-riff of a Christian hymn, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And I think being able to identify something that you fuck with or something that you relate to or something you want to copy is a big part of the creative process, bro. And then, like, okay, like, take, for example, Quentin Tarantino movies. They're sick because they're comprised of little pieces of other films, and little camera angles, little camera shots, little bits of research, little conversations, and everything is everything and should be utilized as such.
I think, yeah, the creative, I think talking about creative and the creative outlet itself and what people use that creative outlet for. A lot of the times it's just to express. So even if there's an element of cloning or copying in there, I'm gonna say copying, like, I think it's important that we don't hate, because that could be someone's outlet that they're just expressing, they're just releasing. You know what I mean? That's a form of therapy sometimes. So it's like,
yeah, but don't be afraid. Like, musicians, artists, creators, like, don't be afraid to tell you, brethren, yo, I think that's shit. But like,
same time.
why, innit? Like, don't just say, oh, like, I mean, if you're gonna, bro, I prefer if a man said to me, yo, I think that's shit, yeah, and he just left it at that. Because at the end of the day, I know where you stand. I know I didn't do good enough for you to appreciate that time, innit? And I'd rather that the man being like, oh, you know, it was all right, actually, yeah, and really thinking in the hard parts, that was shit. I never want to hear that again, innit?
Yeah. I think this is how I'd phrase it myself. Like, in that scenario, if I don't like it, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's not really me. But keep creating, do you? You know what I mean? I'm never gonna say to a man, don't stop doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna say, yo,
bro, but that's
not really a piece of me. You know what I mean?
If you're on this thing, if you're a serious geezer, brother, and someone tells you, yo, stop creating that shit, that's fuel, fam. I'm gonna go home, yeah. I'm gonna burn ink into them pages, fam, because I'm thinking, yo, my man didn't just say I'm shit, bro. He told me to stop what I'm doing, fam. So that's really
that's the thing, though. That's the type of people we are. Not everybody is like that.
That's okay, bro. That's the game, bro. Like, if someone tells you shit and you should stop doing your music and you stop doing that and you go become a butter farmer, that's good. I like butter farmers. I love butter, bro. Get the fuck out of my lane, fam, because you don't want to be here, bro. Yeah,
butter farmer, bro, yo. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, though. Yeah,
I churn and I earn. The butter gonna get spurred. Like, go for it, bro. I love that shit, bro. Like, I respect y'all niggas. You know, bro. People think that I'm hard-headed, and because, you know, I desire to, I do things my own way, and that I don't like losers, bro, or I don't have space and time for people who are suffering in life, bro. I do, bro. I do. I think you're an integral part of society, bro. And like, because I've stopped feeling sorry for myself, if I want to feel sorry for someone else, I love that, you know, because it gives me an opportunity to really be a better human, innit? Like now, if I see someone struggling with something, I help them. Not because of any other reason, yeah, than because, like, bro, I'm helping myself enough, innit? So I got time now to appreciate you, bro. But let's not conflate the two issues, yeah? Me and you are not the same, bro. Like, those who need help and those who are doing the helping are two separate categories of people, bro. And every fucking morning when you wake up, you get to pick what side of the wall you're going to be on, bro. And if you decided that you're going to be like me, bro, I'm telling my man, yo, help me. Yeah? Maybe I should have bought one less bag. Maybe I should have got a taxi, you get me? But at the same time, yeah? Like, these are the conversations, these are the exchanges that society has to moderate. And you can't say to a man, yo, don't be excellent, yeah? And then when he's excellent, start shitting on everyone. Yo, bro, like, you stop shitting on everyone, bro. Like, you have to accept your own issues, your own weaknesses, your own responsibilities, and not be afraid. I don't care if you fail. I don't care if you fuck up. I don't care if you decide that you want to be a bin man for the rest of your life, or you want to not make any money. You want to go sit on the dole, bro. Do you, mates. Live your life. But also be prepared for the consequences, bro. If you're sitting there on the dole, you ain't going to get the baddest pictures, bro, because you ain't out here struggling and striving like the rest of us, you know what I'm saying? And likewise, bro, if you're struggling and striving, yeah, don't be sitting there expecting people to feel sorry for you, bro, because you're struggling and striving, mate. You've decided that that's what you're going to do, innit? So you're going to have to face. If a man comes into me and he goes, yo, I don't like what you said the other day, JJ. You really pissed off my sister and that. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm not going to say to him, bro, like, have a heart, bro. You know, I'm working on this. I'm going to fuck him up, bro, because this is the game that we're playing, innit?
We have a segment on the show that we like to call Wheel Up. So it's where we play our favorite music of, you know what, at this point it's going to be weekly. So favorite music of the week, play it to our guests and we see what they think.
Still with it, future living like the Jetsons. In the name of profit, something like my only son. Told his mother, hold it down, I know it's taking long. Free my niggas really like they trying to right their wrongs. Time is what we have, I probably wrote 100 songs. Why you party twiddle funds and breed them chicks online? Zoo gang and who's slacking, never me, nigga. All black in the summer like I needed Silla. Pen still cooking rappers like who need.
But yeah, man, that was Franklin Armstrong, Quarantine. So that's a little thing that he drops just as a remix of it's a remix of Young Amay. It's a Young Amay track. I can't remember what Young Amay track it is, but
Young Amay she's good, man. Her bars are so sick.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's fresh, man. Fresh little like tongue in cheek type thing. That's what we're here for.
I'm gonna give it an 8.2. It was solid. I think it was a bit unoriginal, but you know, like I think he really composed it well, done everything that he needed to do, ticked all the boxes, spoke on some real shit. That's all you can really expect from a hip hop record. But yeah, I think maybe a breakdown with like some organs or something would have really kind of just added a little finesse to it. Yeah.
See, this is what I like, you know, like a lot. This is why I rate you, fam, because
I respect.
A lot of time when I do this segment, you know, people just be like, yeah, it was a good tune. Like, I liked it. But it's like, what would you want to see from it else? What else would you want to see from it?
Yeah, everyone gets all shy, their balls shrivel up and that.
But yeah, man, big up Franklin Armstrong.
Yeah, Franklin. Yeah, I'll be checking it out. I'm adding to my playlist and that sounds good. Good stuff, mate.
He's local, so yeah, man, support
hit me up, bro. Let's collab, bro. Chrome and Lansfield, you know what I'm saying? Realist out, dropping these bars. Get me, whoa, we can't even speak on it, mate. We can't even speak on it. Jeez, come
on. But yeah, man, rounding this off, yeah, just anything that I think, you know what, I think this is a time, yeah, I just want to speak on this situation that we're all in. And I think you know, this is literally a time of rebirth. Like, spring is a time of rebirth. Think about the parables to you know, whether you're religious or not, like the stories of Jesus and coming out the tomb. That's a rebirth. That's symbolism of rebirth, of the seasons that we live in, the regeneration. And And these times here, that's a rebirth of the economy. Like the economy is going to be way different after we come out of this. That's a rebirth. And it's a time for us, I think, to rebirth itself as people. I don't know, you know, try your hardest to just to consider it, just working on yourself and having a rebirth of yourself.
100%, Jordan. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Like, let's push on for, like, if anything, yeah, I want people to feel like they can go out and be whoever the fuck they want to be, man, because you can, bro. The world will try and stop you, but it's up to you to defeat the world, bro. Like, some people say, you know, one man against the whole world, it don't make sense, bro. But we've seen time and time again, yeah, if you pick up your cross and say, yo, I'm going to go do something and I'm going to try it, then, you know, you'll be surprised by what you see from it. I'm saying that because I'm in the middle of it, bro. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to live that way myself. And of course, I'm afraid, bro. I don't want to wake up and I've lost my energy or I've lost my desire to be honest and stuff like that, because I really value what being on it, like what it does for the conversation, bro. It just allows the conversation to just go a little bit further. It allows me to just stay, like, look how long we've been talking, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's proof of the pudding, bro.
Yeah. I think, yeah, conversations, driving conversations, making conversations happen is something that we represent. Do you know what I mean? That's a big part of the anti-entertainment.
Jeez. Shout out.
So yeah, man, just keep pushing that and really driving conversation. That's the main.
And listen as well, bro. That's 99% of it as well. Being able to listen is key.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I feel like we should round it off there because we've been talking for time.
Yeah.
I make like two.
It's been banging, bro. It's been banging. I loved it. It's been a really good. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, man.
There's a lot more as well that we could have. I wanted to touch on actually, but yeah, we leave it at that, bro. Yeah. Love for coming on still.
I'm dropping my poetry book in the next couple of weeks and that, so I'm gonna leave the links in that. Just if you guys want it, right? Yeah. I love it.
This my type of violence. Most sounds get killed in the depth of the silence. Remind them we didn't come from here. Whole fear in my heart in the dark, with the metal of my past in an arc. I'm past participle, past permissible. Verses are gripping, still too many kids die young in the ghetto. Too many Pinocchios, not enough Geppettos. Siren